Myself, Dr. Mrs. Priti Sunil Joshi, working as Assistant Professor in Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. In this session of crystallography, students, we are going to learn about Miller indices. Learning outcomes are, by the end of this session, students will be able to define Miller indices and calculate Miller indices and also can draw a plane in cubic lattice. The contents include Miller indices. So let us first see how the atoms are described in the unit cell. That is how the position of the atoms is described. So the geometry of arrangement of particles in the unit cell is the crystal structure. And we know that the unit cell is defined as the smallest repeating unit having the full symmetry of the crystal structure. The positions of the particles inside the unit cell are described by the three coordinates x, y and z, which are expressed as x is equal to PA, y is equal to QB and z is equal to RC, where A, B and C are the lattice constants in x, y and z directions, and P, Q and R are the integers. So if the lattice constants A, B, C are equal to 1 and the coordinates of the lattice site will be P, Q, R, that is written in bracket separated by commas. So these are the indices of the lattice site. And many crystals exhibit the properties that are dependent on the direction in which they are measured and on the direction of the external stimuli such as electric field, magnetic field or mechanical stress acting on the crystal. Therefore, it is essential that we have a reference directions in crystals. To describe a direction in a crystal lattice, a straight line passing through the origin is chosen. Then coordinates of the first lattice point lying on this plane are utilized to denote the direction of the line. Thus, the indices of the direction are the vector components of the direction resolved along each of the axes and reduced to the smallest integers. The vector components are the multiples of the lattice constants. So as an example, let us consider a cubic cell. Let point O be the origin. The point P is at the position 0, B, 0, where B represents 1 unit distance. Okay. Therefore, the indices of the point are in the parenthesis 0, 1, 0. The direction OP is given by, in the square bracket, 0, 1, 0. So let us see the notations, that is how these directions, planes, vectors or items are represented. Now in simple bracket H, K, L, it represents a point, that is a lattice site. Then negative numbers, they are denoted by a bar on the top of the number. Then if HKL are written in square bracket without any commas, then it shows the direction. Then HKL written in angle bracket without any commas represents a family of directions. Then HKL in parenthesis, it represents a plane. Then HKL written in curly bracket represents the family of planes. So in crystal, an aggregate of a set of parallel and equally spaced planes pass through lattice points, that we call it as lattice planes. So all the planes that are parallel to each other play a similar role. In a crystal, the geometrical location of a plane is not important. Okay, but the position and orientation of plane is important. The orientation of a plane may be defined by considering how the plane intersects the main crystallographic axis of the solid. So the application of a set of rules leads to the assignment of Miller indices, which are a set of numbers which quantify the intercepts and thus may be used to uniquely identify the plane. The vectors and planes in a crystal lattice are described by the three value Miller index notation. The three smallest whole numbers, known as Miller indices, represents the position and orientation of a plane in a crystal. So, the Miller indices are defined as the three smallest possible integers which have the same ratios as the reciprocals of intercepts of the plane concerned in the three axes. Now let us see how to find out the Miller indices of any plane. To find out the Miller indices, let us choose a set of given plane as shown in the figure here. Let OX, OY and OB let OX, OY and OB be the positive directions of the axis along the three edges of the unit cell. Consider a plane ABC oriented with respect to the coordinate axis and which intercepts the x, y and z coordinates at distances OA, OB and OC respectively. Now stepwise procedure is determine the intercepts x, y and z on the coordinate axis. Then express the intercepts in terms of the base vectors of unit cell, that is PA, QB and RC. After that, take the reciprocals of these intercepts. Then each reciprocal is multiplied by least common denominator, that is D, and reduce them to the smallest set of integers. So by D by P we will get H, D by Q gives K and D by R it gives L respectively. So put these integers now in parenthesis and these are the Miller indices of the given plane. So all the planes having the same structure of atoms which are parallel to each other are therefore have the same orientation with respect to the three edges of the unit cell that belongs to the same family of planes and represents the same Miller indices. So consider a plane of a family of similar planes lying within the unit cell and nearest to the origin. This plane cuts off intercepts equal to 1 by h into A, 1 by k into B and 1 by L into C. This implies that the HKL plane divides A into H parts, B into K parts and C into L parts. Other members of the family cut off intercepts 2A by H, 2B by K, 2C by L and so on so that the ratio between the intercepts is the same. Now students, for better understanding, let us take one example to find out Miller indices. Here consider a crystal structure with ABC as the unit cell edges along the x, y and z axis respectively. The plane ABC intercepts at A on x-axis, 3B on y-axis and 2C on z-axis. So first write down the intercepts in terms of lattice constants. Then next take the reciprocals. I have given the stepwise procedure in the table. Then multiply each reciprocal by LCM. So here the LCM will be 6 and now write the result in bracket without commas. So for example 6, 2, 3 are the Miller indices of a plane having intercepts A, 3B and 2C. Yes students, is it clear? Now there are some important things that should be kept in mind while calculating the Miller indices. So for an intercept of infinity, the corresponding index is 0 because when the plane is parallel to one of the type of coordinate axis, it is said that it will meet at infinity. So the corresponding Miller index is 0. If the plane cuts an axis on the negative side of the origin, the corresponding index is also negative. Then all equally spaced planes are having the same Miller indices. And the indices HKL, they actually do not define a particular plane, but always they represent the set of parallel planes, a family of planes. Now, however, the effect of the planes with small atomic density on the physical properties of the crystal is negligible. Hence, the planes with appreciable atomic density are called as principal planes. Here in the figure you can see the principal crystallographic planes of a cubic crystal structure. Now students, please pause the video and try to calculate the Miller indices. Students, please check your answer. See the stepwise procedure and answer is 0, 1, 0. Now we will see how to sketch a lattice plane. The intercepts made by a plane can be found if the Miller indices of the plane are known. So for that the procedure is, let the Miller indices be HKL. A unit cell is drawn with 3 coordinate axes. Then from the Miller indices the reciprocals can be obtained, that is 1 by h, 1 by k and 1 by l. After that these intercepts are marked on the coordinate axis and then join these points and then you can get the plane. Students, let us take one example related with this. Please pause the video and try to solve this numerical and show the plane also. Yes students, please check your answer. The intercepts are infinity, infinity 1. So Miller indices will be 0, 0, 1. Now when we have to show the plane, then that plane should intercept z axis only and it should not intercept x and y axis. Please keep in mind. But simultaneously that plane should be parallel to x and y axis. So in this way we have to show the plane, so that is the top surface of the cubic lattice. Next is about importance of these Miller indices. So mainly Miller indices, they are required in the study of crystals. In material science it is important to have notation system for atomic planes since these planes influence the optical properties of the material as well as reactivity, surface tension and dislocations, etc. So students, this was about the Miller indices and see you in the next session. Thank you so much.